Welcome back. Rick Malfers with Alpha Foundation Specialist joins us to talk about common problems that we see as homeowners, especially when it comes to cracks in our foundation of our home, our sidewalks, and our driveway, just about anywhere on our property. Welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Is it pretty common for these things to happen in Florida with the sandy soil?
Yes, ma'am. We see it pretty regularly. Alpha Foundation Specialist is a local Jacksonville company that installs products for specialty foundation repair, crawl space repair, crawl space moisture remediation, basement waterproofing. We don't have a lot of those, but we still do that, and sunken and sinking concrete slabs. All the products that we install come with either a long-term or lifetime warranty that's fully transferable if a homeowner decides to sell their house. So we see anything and everything you can see. We've been in business since about 2002, and we see about 3,000 structures a year.
Wow.
All over North Florida and South Georgia.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see some of the pictures that you brought along.
All right, good to go.
Tell us what we're looking at here.
Okay, here what we see is a back porch slab of a home, and that back porch slab has settled likely due to some non-compacted soil underneath. Again, it's something we see probably about 10 times a week, every single week. And what we do is we actually install a product called PolyLevel, which is a two-part polyurethane system that we inject underneath the concrete, and it fills all the voids and stabilizes the soil, as well as lifts that concrete back up to level.
So it actually elevates it back up?
Yes, ma'am.
Like a support underneath?
Yes, ma'am. We actually, it is again, it goes in as a liquid material, so it fills all the void, and then as it expands, we can control it to, tenths of an inch, to where the guys on site can make sure they get it exactly to the level that the homeowner needs.
Excellent.
So,
what is this?
And you can see here where a home has been washed out due to some erosion around the home, maybe a misplaced gutter drain or some type of flood event, and it's washed out all of the soil from around the footing, and we go and spray PolyLevel underneath there to fill the voids and create a structural product for that home to sit on.
So it's more secure then. It's not, there's no way it can slip or fall or lean in any direction after
Correct.
that.
Correct. Yes, ma'am. It's again, it's a liquid. It goes in and then it turns into a rigid foam material after it sets up, and that's usually within about 15 seconds, and it's fully load ready in about 15 minutes.
Okay. So how much does something like this cost for a customer to be able to have? Because I guess it all varies on the degree of severity and what you're doing.
Yes, ma'am. We offer all of our customers a free inspection, and when we come out to the house, all of our estimators will go through a careful process, just looking at the site, making sure of exactly what it needs, making sure if PolyLevel is a product for that or something else that we offer. And then during that assessment, they'll again ask the questions for the homeowners, what they're looking for. And then we have some software that can estimate exactly the amount of foam that we should need to fix that problem. And then we're able to give that customer a price on the site.
Let's see some of the other
okay,
things.
Great. This is something that's very common. You see an approach slab up to a garage door where it's just settled, and so a lot of people might not mind that little trip hazard, but if you're going in the garage every time you hear the thump thump, and what we do is we go in there and you drill a couple small holes in the concrete, lift that right back up to level, and again, that homeowner can leave in the morning, we fix it, and then they come home at lunch and they're able to drive right back over it without having to bust up and replace that concrete.
You said these are common, and I agree. It seems like I see these everywhere. Why do you think this is such a common problem when it comes to driveways?
Well, driveways, along with patios, pool decks, those kind of things, soil has a load-bearing capacity. So when that load-bearing capacity is either reached or there's another factor, maybe due to weather conditions or washout or something like that, that basically changes the soil, whether it be quality or compaction rate. As that changes, which we have a lot of weather in North Florida, it can change the soil capacity, and so it just sinks. So we see it all the time.
Right. It's very, very common.
Very common.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other things you'd like to say in terms of any other parting thoughts?
Well, just again, with PolyLevel is one of the few products that we offer, and again, all of the things that we do, it comes with a long-term or lifetime warranty. Here you can see is actually the interior of a home. where the floor slab has settled down due to some non-compacted fill underneath the house. And we were able to go in with pilot level and lift that slab back up to level without having to demo out all the concrete or flooring or anything like that.
So I'm trying to understand that. So you've got the measuring stick, and it was up to 3 inches. Was that the depth of what it had slipped, or?
Yes, ma'am. And a lot of times you'll notice that the concrete might have moved 2 inches. However, there might be a void underneath that, and poly-level can fill all those voids. And you can see here sidewalks are a very common thing. It'll fill the void underneath there, lift it back to level, and be able to walk on or drive on, or do anything you need to do without the fear of falling or tripping or anything like that.
If we can go back to the sidewalk there for just a second, I'm just wondering, would that be a liability if someone were to trip on your property, or would that be considered city property at that point?
Well, I mean, if the sidewalk's on city property, then that's a liability for the city, but there are ADA standards, the American with Disabilities Act, that require, certain types of concrete and things like that not have tripping hazards that are greater than a certain amount, maybe a half an inch or something like that. So we work a lot with property managers and apartment complexes and things like that to fix those problems before they become a real issue.
Okay, I think we may have just a couple more to show.
Okay.
Then you can.
Perfect. We've got all kind of pictures all day long.
That's what I love about you. It just helps people to see it.
For sure.
Okay, so this is obviously a pool deck.
And I would say a pool deck right now, especially being February and coming into the springtime, people are getting ready for their pools to get going and everything like that. Replacing concrete around a pool deck is very difficult, very expensive, very hard to match, whereas poly level, we can be in and out in a half a day or so, and lift that concrete back to level, and get that pool ready to use again at a fraction of the cost of replacing all that concrete.
And you guys will come out and give a free estimate first, and then get a ballpark.
100%. We give a free estimate, and then we actually give a warranty for poly level, which that warranty is a half-inch deviation in 5 years. So if over 5 years that product settles back down a half inch or more, we'll come back and re-inject at no cost to the customer.
All right. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much, Karen.
This Friday through Sunday at Everbank Field. If you've ever wanted to get behind the wheel of a Ferrari or a Lamborghini and drive one, well, now's your chance. You'll get to drive around 3 laps at an autocross course with an instructor going along with you. For more information, you can log on to motorsportlab.com.